Hi, this is Frantz, Kantor, cartoonist, illustrator and ToonTalker, and I'm here with
Jim Bridges, and I'm the president of the Australian Cartoon Museum here at downtown Melbourne Docklands, Australia.
And what we're doing today is we're going to review this book here, The Creative Struggle by Gavin Aung. And he's obviously the artist responsible and writer for Zen Pencils.
Every one of you watching this screen, look out!
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
What did I tell you about cartoons?
They've got a lot of brains, and they've got a lot of chutzpah.
Tell me how comic books make you feel, Dave.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious, and don't call me Shelley.
This is a great book. This is illustrated advice from the masters of creativity, the creative struggle. So there's all little stories here. Some of them I think come from, or most of them come from Zen Pencils, I think.
No.
Well, these are specially written.
It's a sort of book that you buy and you keep hanging around because they're all your heroes, all your filmmakers and your artists. And your creative people, their stories from them and how they got over their problems.
So Australian cartoonist and writer Gavin Aung.
Yeah. And
he's a New York Times best-selling cartoonist.
Yes.
And this is published by... Who publishes this book? This is Andrews McMeel Publishing.
Yeah.
So let's get started.
What year did it come out?
It came out in 2018, so it's about 2-3 years old.
Yeah. So here we are, the blank canvas. This is the blank, we all have our blank canvas situations.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like a blank, it's like a writer's block.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, working out what to
and I think one of the great things about this book is you get to see what Van Gogh looks like in different situations, and here he is going nuts with his eyes and all that sort of stuff, and how he's coping with his creative problems.
Yeah, so the canvas has a personality.
Yeah.
And it's like having a very deep, profound effect on him.
It's laughing at him.
Yeah, but his attack on the canvas is his sort of purpose, and I think more of a coup de grace with painting something on canvas. In this case, it's this is the Night at Arles, is it, or
no? That's
Starry Night.
That's right.
The song.
And look at the paint on. Look, he gets his vision.
Yeah.
He wakes up. Yes.
Idea.
He attacks at it. Look, he attacks at it.
Yeah.
And the paint and the fashion, and then bang.
I love the idea with a candle.
Of course, and of course he has all this paint all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's his bedroom as well. This is
pretty clean. All the paint.
Famous chair.
There's no paint on the floor.
Yeah.
And of course, look, there he is. He's watering the sunflowers for
another painting
for Gauguin.
No, he did sunflowers. Gauguin also.
Yeah, but he painted the same ones. I mean, he did a whole series for his room. And of course, Albert Einstein, when he was a young bloke.
Life is a mystery.
Yes.
This is when he was intellectual property. He was a patent clerk.
Yeah. And always looking out the window, like a lot of cartoonists do. Why they look out the window?
Don't know.
Well, that is where their ideas come from, out the window. That's what all the wives of cartoonists tell me. All they do is look out the window. Why don't they sit down and do some work?
Right.
They're waiting for the muse to bang them on the head.
This is a really clever way of breaking down the that theory.
Of the time theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So into comic panels makes it really easy to understand.
Oh my God, the space-time continuum. I like this gravity and this line here. See the line here?
Yeah.
And all this just looking out the window. Look, all this by just looking out the window.
I love these.
Yeah.
I want to see more of these. I love these little side characters where you don't have to obey the likeness. You just create something that's really novel. So at the end of every cartoon strip, every comic, there is a quote from Einstein and an observation, which is really good.
The state of mind which enables a man to do work of this kind is akin to that of the religious worshipper or the lover. The daily effort comes from no deliberate intention or program, but straight from the heart.
Yeah, so this idea, these are whimsical stories. They're probably not based on actual events, but it's a way of a comic artist who's, profoundly suited for this, to convert an idea or a letter or something like this into comics by taking the information and also reading between the lines.
Are you trying to say the best way to show creativity is to do it in a comic form? Is that what you're trying to say?
I think it's a way of showing creativity in a sequential manner, and all of these. This is I love this.
Leo da Vinci.
This is a beautiful.
Good old Leo. Yeah.
I think it just it works because there's a lot of drama and pacing in here, which makes the characters' expressions and the actions really, really stand out well.
He was pissed off at Michelangelo. Jealous is a curse.
Masterpiece. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of
that's a big thought balloon. That's a big thought balloon. Yeah.
Combined with it is a thought bubble, combined with a musical.
And he's whistling at the same time.
Yeah, I love these little.
He's still whistling when he's doing that, and he's whistling when he's chopping up the bodies. Whistle while you work.
Yeah, except you need 7 of him.
Yes. Yeah.
He's whistling the same note. So he's a man of...
he's a one-note samba.
He's a man of notes. One note. He's a one-note...
Poor Johnny one-note.
Yeah, one-note whistler.
Yeah.
Really nice.
He
really
raised her spirits with that whistle.
It's a really well done, really cool idea, actually. Because it kind of gets you into the mindset of these thinkers, these great thinkers, in a very accessible way.
He painted the Mona Lisa over a 23-year period.
Yeah.
So there's another lesson, for the people who are stuck, And when the work exceeds the ideal of the artist makes scant progress, and when the work falls short of his ideal, it never ceases to improve. And that's funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Mary Shelley, Teenage Dream. So obviously Mary Shelley is the creator of Frankenstein. These are her mates, Lord Byron, John Polidori, Mary Godwin. Very interesting.
They had a competition, didn't they?
Yeah.
They had a competition who was going to make the scariest...
This is her having a dream.
Yeah, the scariest story.
Yeah. And this is the dream over the page. Interesting how he's gone into black and white like an old Universal film.
Yeah. As in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool work.
And of course she wakes up.
Very, very nice.
She wakes up. She races past.
This is this is a little vignetted Frankenstein. This is Frankenstein, and these are actually the words from the book. I don't think I've ever seen the book illustrated before.
Yes, you have.
No.
Bernie.
No, well, illustrated, but not in comic.
Oh, okay.
There was something done by
Classics
Illustrated, but I don't remember. Yeah. I've never read it. But this is extraordinary. Yeah. I would buy a comic.
What's Dean Martin
like
doing
this,
in here?
Especially with this sort of beautiful
black
and white. Yeah.
And of course, she gets stuck into it.
The modern Prometheus.
Yeah, and there she is with her mate. Look,
Very cool. Very nice. Marie Curie, of course.
our happy place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Polonium and radium. I love he's got this beautiful color palette that can really go anywhere. I love the variety that he has.
And
this is obviously
and I thought you were
sepia.
reading it. You're not. You're just looking at the colours.
I'm just
I thought
I'm
you were-
reading a little bit.
Yeah. He's not into reading, folks. Do you want to say your famous speech now?
No,
Okay.
I read reading, but I don't read writing.
That's the one, yeah. And see the radium stuff.
Yeah, it's starting to glow.
Yeah.
It's a really nice little color cue.
Yeah.
He's done really well here. I love the expressions as well.
Bubble, bubble, pool and trouble.
You can take the Shakespeare out of the boy, but you can't take the boy out of Shakespeare.
Look at this.
You can't take the Shakespeare out of the boy.
They're going to die of radium poisoning, and yet it's a love story.
Yeah, they get sick. Yeah. That's kind of nice.
The glowing tubes look like fairy lights. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool story.
And this is Krishnamurti,
Right.
but it's a story that's been turned into a rap.
A modern tale,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
revisit.
Yeah.
Very cool. So it's a way of getting the lesson, the Zen lesson, across without having, without being faithful to the original material
And if you're
or the time.
and if you're into comics, you can bask in the way he's done it.
Yeah.
This is an interesting panel.
This is a lovely high school. This is great. Old decks.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And look, as soon as he puts it in, bang.
Yeah. It's really nice. Beethoven. There's only one expression with Beethoven. There's not a lot of
Well, I don't know. I mean,
variety in
go
his
back.
expressions,
Go back.
isn't
That's
there?
the first time you. No, that's the first time you haven't seen him stick his tongue out.
very nice. Beautiful colour palette Gavin's got.
Yeah.
To which his better genius only appears as a distant guiding sun. Very interesting.
The Fool on the Hill. This looks like
Stephen King says there's a really good variety of geniuses here. The desk.
Isn't that funny? You sort of have that sort of classic sort of gothic style of him, and then you have him like a kid dreaming.
Yeah. But the thing that Gavin always nails here is the actual importance of the quotes, or the importance of the lesson.
Yeah.
You know, so here you've got Stephen King dreaming about this amazing desk, this massive desk. And of course, it's, you know, the genius is not in the desk, it's in the ideas.
Like a ship's captain in charge of a voyage to
Yeah.
go nowhere. See the tongues?
Yeah.
Tongue coming in there.
Well, aren't they
there's his wife and family.
Hokusai waves.
Yeah, I know, but there's his wife and family stuck on the desert island. He's gone crazy. And
Very cool.
I like the rolled up carpet bit too.
Yeah.
Colours come into his life and he starts to age. Life isn't a support system for art. Oh, well,
That's interesting.
some people would argue with that, wouldn't they? if they
So
were artists.
what he's saying is, like, he's got this really humble, inclusive way of working.
Yeah, but hang on.
Started out with this massive, overbearing
Yeah.
salute to his homage to his muse, his art, and he's going to create these ideas of genius. But you know, the ideas of genius are not predicated to having an edifice like a massive desk. So what he did was humbly, one room lounge room, he just humbly put his desk in the corner and wrote there. And here he is in his later years, still sitting in the corner.
And life isn't a support system
Yeah,
for art, but
that's a beautiful story.
it's the other way around.
Yeah.
And there he is, still in the corner.
He's a support system for.
Yeah.
That's him sitting there. It's his wife typing under the dome. So, art is a support system for life rather than the other way around, which is a very humbling
Do you want to read the
note,
quote?
isn't it?
Good story ideas seem to come quite literally from nowhere. Yeah, sailing at you right out of the empty sky. Two previously unrelated ideas come together and make something new under the sun.
Yeah.
Your job isn't to find these ideas, but to recognise them when they show up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Akira Kurosawa. These are like heavy hitters in terms of creativity. The Notetaker, this story. So these are little anecdotes, little stories which he's put together from reading letters and content
and biographies.
Yeah, biographies and quotes and things like that. So, he's done his homework for sure on these characters, and he's done a really beautiful. It's a really beautiful job. It's he's won so many accolades, and he's a New York Times best-selling cartoonist for a reason. And I think you kind of get the idea of why from looking at this. It's really he's no slouch at drawing these beautiful dramatic scenes from films. This is
you got your finger on the title.
Yojimbo, Throne of Blood, Yojimbo.
Yeah.
Ran.
Yeah.
I did have my finger on there. So, and these are where they're coming from. Macbeth,
Yeah.
Red Harvest,
That's
Dashiell
not
Hammett,
like you. You
King
generally
Lear,
have your finger on the
Shakespeare.
pulse. You generally have your finger on the pulse.
Good. It's really good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Don't read books while lying in bed. That's his advice.
Because that happens.
Yeah, that happens.
You fall asleep.
Yeah. He also spent. He would see something. All his life he'd see, I don't know, a girl crossing the road in such a way that he'd write, oh well, she's got an umbrella on her shoulder. And he'd write all these things down. And 40 years later, in a film that's got nothing to do with the girl carrying an umbrella, he might put it on a bloke's shoulder.
But he had a very
He had all
strong.
these ideas. And
He had a very strong visual narrative, sense of visual narrative.
Yeah.
There's a lovely YouTube video on him, on his technique of moving composition,
Yes.
which is really worth seeing. So,
But I think having a guy like Shiri Mifune around, that really helped him too.
yeah. Now we get a different
In the mood
here,
for work.
Tchaikovsky.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
Look at that page. Bang, bang, bang. Thock, thock, thock.
So this is about mood.
Brong. I think that's perfect. When you kick a piano, it goes brong.
Yeah. Some good onomatopoeic things in there.
Oh.
If it was
Suddenly,
Mad Magazine. it would-
suddenly the Nutcracker Suite turns up,
Yeah.
jumps out of the piano, attacks him, and to touch the hearts of those who hear it.
So this is about inspiration and allowing yourself. Don't rush it. Don't put pressure on yourself. Just allow it its own time to come out. And when it does, of course, it comes out. And there's a lovely contrast between the sepia and the colour. It's beautiful, beautiful work.
And there he's become the Nutcracker, the soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's funny.
that's a lovely little quote there too. It is not the straw to which the drowning man clings, but a true friend, refuge, and comforter, for whose sake life is worth living. So there's a real, strong message of persistence and not struggling. This is not for struggling artists. This is for artists who find their
The inner demon,
pace.
who's the champion, fights the creative spirit, which is the challenger. That's funny. This is the pep talk.
Yeah,
So this is David and Goliath, and I love the Mexican wrestler look. What do they call those
So these
guys?
are like self-doubts, and you know, the inner demon is your doubt sort of magnified to this impossible dimension, and how you cope with it. This is a pep talk. This is an illustrated story from a pep talk from pep talk number 2, Brené Brown.
Doctor. Blood nose.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? It's really.
It's a combination of manga and all sorts of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. We need to make art. If you want to make meaning, we need to make art.
Oh, look at that. Cook, write, draw, doodle, collage, sculpt, dance. They're all punches.
This is really nice.
Sing. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Lost a tooth.
As long as we're creating, we're
But-
cultivating meaning.
But has the meaning changed? You know, because it's all about, that's what art is, about meaning. The search for meaning.
Yeah. Tesla. Visions of the future. The man who had lightning. Very, very cool.
In the palm of his hand.
Yeah. Lovely little story. Beautiful.
And he sold it all to Westinghouse.
I love these.
Oh, and this too.
Lightning
Look at
bolts
this.
of,
Look, this.
energy and
Yeah, but this is his plan. Like, see, that's the engine.
yeah,
the engine?
yeah. They're like you know, little schematic dreams in a thought bubble. It's a beautiful.
Well,
picture.
he's
Beautiful
part of it.
idea.
He's part of it. He's got the brain going. And, you know, this character Liz goes.
Yeah, I love these little guys. This is a really nice. This is a really nice book. And there's a quote. When natural inclination develops into a passionate desire, one advances towards his goal in 7-league boots. In other words,
Look, he's got the Superman pose.
passion is your driving force. You need the passion
Yes.
to take your idea forward. John Coltrane, The Power of Music. Again, there's a lot of music in this, which is really interesting. There's a lot of
Well, there's
musicians.
probably more musicians out there than cartoonists.
Yeah. I guess we look at you know, the results of music differently as creativity.
Well, it's the most abstract of all the arts, isn't it? It's also the most immediate. Music can paralyse you straight away.
Yeah.
A musical language transcends words, you know?
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Bang.
And he'll be cured.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Ooh. I want to speak to their souls. Hallelujah, brother.
Very interesting. Heroine of Pain. Where would you be? He's done a Frida Kahlo comic before. Mexican painter, Phi Brown, and Force of Nature. Very interesting.
Well, this is what
That
happened
refers
to
to her
Yeah,
pain.
that's the accident.
Yeah.
And it actually went into
It
her
shattered
hip.
her
Yeah,
hip.
yeah.
She was put into a traction. And then she learned to paint upside down.
That's right. See, yeah, the paint's sort of falling off the... It's falling into or falling off the canvas at the same time. And this is her... her
Broken
love.
heart.
Yeah. Her husband slept with her sister. That's the famous...
Yeah, they have a lot of fights.
yeah. And see how the yellow is used?
Yeah.
That's perfect for a fight, isn't it, the yellow?
Very tumultuous. It's like colours of fire. Very interesting work.
And these are the lovers. Leon Trotsky, Picasso, Josephine Baker, André Breton, Marcel Duchamp, and Georgia O'Keeffe.
Yeah. So her work, due to the, you know, the
pain.
her situation and the pain and the, you know, her experience in life. It just had this very dark tones, certainly developed into a very dark area.
She had a big exhibition just before she died.
Yeah.
And this is it. They carried her bed all the way to the exhibition so she could see it and be part of the exhibition. And this is all the pain and shit she went through.
Oh my God! They did a spinal fusion, which is pinning two vertebrae together.
Yeah.
But they pinned the wrong vertebrae.
Yeah.
To show you how complicated this whole situation is.
And she kept her art up the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know she's prepared to go for all this as long as I can paint.
So there's a lot of really inspirational struggles.
Oh, you've missed
Hemingway.
a page. You've missed a page.
I have?
Yeah.
No, that's it. Hemingway.
Oh, okay.
A Lonely Life.
Yeah. Well, there he is.
Beautiful.
He's the old man in the sea now.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I think I prefer this size of story and the way that they're arranged like this. I think this is a very cool way of presenting a comic.
Well, he wants you to have it lying around.
Yeah.
He doesn't want you to shove it in the shelf.
Yeah.
You know.
It's beautiful. Of course, it's a reference to to his famous book or short story.
Novella.
Novella.
And this is the cartoonist. A day in the life of an insecure cartoonist. Routine is sexy. The empty page again.
Yeah. Quiet you.
Yeah.
Very cool. So it's a replay from the beginning, the first story, the start.
Yeah.
With Van Gogh.
Oh, Vinny.
Very cool. Distractions. So a lot of thought has gone into this, and it's really it's beautifully illustrated.
He's lived it.
The comics are really beautiful.
He's lived it.
But
look at this.
There's a great
He's lived it. He's lived
deadline.
it. Yeah.
There's a great truth to the
Yeah, he's lived it. So he knows what he's talking about.
To the stories and the way that he's
Good
presented
morning, so we meet again.
Yeah, the challenge every day.
Yeah. And there they are.
There they are.
Yeah. Well, that's worth
That's
buying.
really cool.
That's worth buying. Good on you, Gavin.
Awesome work. Yeah.
You're going to make it easy for a lot of people.
Yep, absolutely. Anything else we could say about it?
I'm just
No,
looking
that's
at
it.
my head in the camera, and
No,
I've
don't
got
look at-
Mickey Mouse ears coming out of my head. Hang
You
on,
have.
just see that? There he is. There's
Yeah.
a real Mickey Mouse.
So, if you like this content, please subscribe to the channel, and
Yes.
you can also support the museum. How? On the Patreon page.
On the Patreon
and the link
page.
for that is underneath this video.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you
Okay.
next time. Bye bye.
Ta-da. Bye.
Thanks for the sour persimmons, cousin.